First, before I get into this, my dad was in PayPal. Joe, I want PayPal. Good. All right, got you down for some PayPal. I'll give you some of my PayPal. Mark it on my spreadsheet. He's in at 27 cents, 32 cents, 28 cents. It went up to 227. He's like, I'm going to get rid of all of it. Put me in some Litecoin. I'm telling him at the time, you should just hang on to your PayPal. Just hang on to your PayPal. Don't try to play this buy and sell game. Now I want to do it. So then he sells off, but he doesn't know what he wants to do yet. Then he decides I want to go into Litecoin. Which is okay. You know me and Litecoin. I love Litecoin, and he's got some now. But PayPal is not $2.27 anymore. It's over $3.22. Papa, listen to your son. But you did get into some Litecoin. We'll be good there. So I mentioned that this guy says he's a medium, has some psychic ability and that kind of thing. I've searched for his email throughout my Outlook and found several emails previously where he never mentioned that to me, just was talking about cryptos and wallets and things like that. So only recently did he reach out and say, hey, I'm getting something here I want to share with you, psychically, if you will. He says, I've never done that kind of thing financially, and I can't get involved. If I'm making a prediction, I can't even play it. It won't work. I can't do that. So he said, let's see what happens. So I mentioned this to you, and I'm going to read you what he said in this little conversation we've had. We'll find out. Either he's going to get this, what he says, right, or he's not. Just like my mom. Either she's going to get something right or she's not. And so far, she's pretty much been right. But anyway, he says, I have an idea for an experiment. Just like your mom, I too am psychic, as well as a medium. I was thinking that at some point, we should have a phone call where you pick 10 coins or something like that. You don't tell me anything about the coin. You just pull it up on your computer and focus on it. I'll tell you how I feel about it in a certain time frame and see what happens. I don't want to know anything about it until after that time frame is over. Let me know what you think. I'm thinking if it goes well, we can do it, then release the info to the JSNP4 Army. So he's just saying, let's just test, right? He's not claiming I know I'm going to get it right or anything like that. And even my mom, when she sealed that letter that said, wait till the January thing, you'll see the recovery start to happen. Cryptos will be going off again. Even she said, well, what if I get it wrong? I'm like, well, I won't tell anybody. Just give it to me now. I won't even tell anybody on YouTube. I'm not going to look at it. And we'll leave it at that, But she's like, no, she got it right, of course. We've seen this recovery. Went on to hit all-time record highs market cap across the board. Yes, there's a little sell-off. So what? It happens all the time. So I asked him, tell me more, whatever you're thinking about. He goes, well, it doesn't quite work that way. Could be a good move or a bad move, or just news. All I know is that I feel like the 12th, so we're talking 2 days from now, is an important day. Kind of like how Cliff does the webbot. The emotional value to the 12th is high. And then another email, I have never heard of it, but Trigger is going to go up. I haven't either, so I looked it up. There's a crypto called Trigger. Also, February 8th, he says. So I've never heard of it, but Trigger is going to go up, also February 8th. I'm letting you know that way if it's true, I have record with you. And I've got another one, Flow, F-L-O. Again, I have no idea what it is or anything about it, just something to look at. If I'm bothering you, please let me know. I know you're super busy. So he's saying this 2 coins, Trigger and Flow, F-L-O, psychically he's seeing something positive in February for these. It remains to be seen. So let me give you the disclaimer. You get into these right now at your own risk. This guy doesn't have a track record yet. He doesn't claim that he's going to have a track record with this. He's saying, let's just see if I can do this, if this is going to be right. So, I might scoop up some flow and trigger. And just for the hell of it, you know, you don't want to be in. Look, if I could go back and do the first Ripple move before I really started hating Ripple, and said, oh, Cliff High's Global report says it's going to jump bigly. It was a penny to 2 pennies or something, and went up to 39, 40 cents. And then I said, the hell with that. Next time he gives a call, I'm jumping in. He gave Veritasium in there. Boom, I jumped on Veritasium, made a killing. Only to find out, as I already knew, if I waited several months, 6 months, approximately, a little more than that, I'd be sitting at $400-something Veritasium right now, as opposed to selling off my $6 Veritasium for $120. But I had to get that freaking house because it was calling my name. I hear you call my name. And I told you what I told you. What I'll tell you again. I knew it was going to go a lot higher. I didn't care that it was going to go a lot higher. I wanted to get this house and get this thing done with, because I knew I'd be making it up on the back end and a bunch of other cryptos. And that's exactly how I've been playing my hand. It's been working great. So the other email. Hey Joe, I saw you mention me in your video, and now I'm nervous, LOL. If I'm wrong, it's for a reason. I want to put it out there so that you heard me say this before this weekend. Whatever happens Friday through Monday-ish is a precursor for the second week of February. Like I said before, I have no idea what is going to happen. I'm just telling you how those time periods feel to me when I look at crypto space. The info I have gotten for upcoming events are as follows. Before the 12th of this month, Bloodbath. Well, we've been seeing a sell-off here recently, but okay. 12th to 15th. Very high emotional energy in crypto space. 15th for 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks out. So 15th, and then that full week, and then the week after. So we'll call that potentially the 3rd week to the 4th week of January. He says it, could it be a correction maybe? Second week of February is interesting. I get words like breathtaking and unheard of. And unheard of, the feeling I get is that feeling when you're so excited that you feel like you want to throw up, like you just won Powerball 100 times this weekend, that kind of a thing. The problem is these are my interpretations of feelings that don't exist yet. It could be the complete opposite. I haven't done any work in the financial world, so this is a learning experience. My biggest problem is I can't act on this stuff. If I do, it will screw everything up. Here's to making some people, good people, rich. Talking about my subs. Even though there's 1 or 2 of you that ain't good people. You little trolling rascals. But, that's what he said. That was the whole conversation we've had so far. So, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to try, I'm not going to go crazy, because what if he gets it wrong and it's the opposite? This Trigger and Flow coin, 2 of them, 2 different coins. Trigger, T-R-I-G-G-R, just like you think, Trigger, and Flow, F-L-O. I'm gonna send some over to whatever exchange has it. I'm gonna go search on CoinMarketCap, find out which exchanges have it. If that new exchange, Korean or the Hong Kong exchange, KuCoin, whatever, that did the video last night, has it, I'll probably go there and try it out right there. Might as well put that exchange to use for my first time. It seems like a really good exchange, by the way. And I did have my referral ID on that previous video last night. So if you're thinking of joining the KuCoin exchange, go see my last video and use my referral link, But, yeah, so people have been asking me about it. Well, what did he say? Find out what the coins were, talk about it. So I said, all right. I'd rather have someone show me a track record first. When Trader Boss came into my life, I didn't just come out here immediately and say what he said he could do. I was talking to him for several days, and he's telling me this one, that one, watch this, watch that, and it's popping just like he's saying, and this and that, and okay, now you got my attention. Now I'm ready to talk to my people about you. No one even knew I was doing this, of course, because I didn't mention anything. But then it got to the point where I started to talk about this guy, and said, you know what, now I'm really going to talk about him, in a good way. This is cool. So now I've got this guy here that's saying he's psychic and a medium, and we're going to see what happens. I'm not going to throw him under the bus. I'm not going to give his name out. He doesn't come out and do videos on YouTube all the time or anything like that. I don't even know if he has a YouTube channel, to tell you the truth. So we're just going to see what happens, that's all. If it doesn't work, I'll know, hey, dude, you got it wrong. You know, you made a mistake, whatever you want to call it. It just wasn't right. Therefore, I'm not going to keep coming out on my channel. Hey, that one guy has another prediction. Well, hold on, he failed the first one miserably. Here's the second one. He failed that one miserably, you know. That kind of a thing. So, I'm not here to try to throw him under the bus either. You know, it wasn't like that. I'm not trying to hold his feet to the fire. He just said, let's have a little fun. This will be an experiment. Let's just see if that's what he's saying. Let's have fun between me and you. Let's see what happens. It'll be an experiment. That's all. That's all he said. But then, of course, I mentioned a little bit of that to you guys. No, find out everything. Tell me. What did he say? All right, well, I'll tell you what he said. But use the information at your own risk. What if the bloodbath happens on those 2 coins he's talking about and you got in? What if it's not? What if he, like he says, his feelings are that those 2 coins are going to do what, you know, here's to making some good people rich. Let's see. Let's just see. Trigger and flow coin. I'm probably going to jump in a little bit to see what happens. And you know what happens once you do a little bit and it goes crazy high? You look back and say, damn, I should have put more in. I should have put more in. Of course, if it fails, you then pat yourself on the back and say, oh, good thing I didn't put more in. You see, in the cryptos, you can't have your cake and eat it too all the time. Believe it or not, you can have it sometimes, but not all the time. Take care.